In a surprising turn of events, President Biden has made a decision that has left the world, particularly China, in disbelief. As global tensions escalate, the U.S. and Canada are at a critical juncture in their defense relationship, raising questions about military alliances and strategic partnerships. Currently, the defense relations between Canada and the United States are under intense scrutiny. With rising threats from nations like China, both countries are reassessing their military strategies. The U.S. has been advocating for stronger defense collaboration, while Canada faces challenges in upgrading its military capabilities. This has led to discussions about the future of significant defense contracts, including the contentious F-35 fighter jet deal, which has been a focal point of debate. This script will focus on President Biden's unexpected decision regarding the potential cancellation of the F-35 deal with Canada and its far-reaching implications for U.S.-Canada relations and global security. In the following segments, we will explore the details of Biden's bold move, examining the motivations behind the potential cancellation of the F-35 deal and the reactions from both Canada and China. We will analyze the strategic consequences of this decision, considering how it could shift the balance of power in North America and impact defense spending in Canada. Additionally, we will discuss the broader geopolitical ramifications, highlighting how this pivotal moment could reshape international relations and defense strategies moving forward. Stay tuned as we unpack the significance of this bold move. The defense relationship between Canada and the United States has a long and complex history, rooted in shared values and mutual interests. Since the early 20th century, both nations have collaborated on various defense initiatives, particularly during World War I and World War II, where they fought side by side. The establishment of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, in 1949 further solidified their military alliance, with Canada committing to collective defense alongside the U.S. and other member nations. Over the decades, various agreements have been forged, including the NORAD, North American Aerospace Defense Command Agreement in 1958, which established a joint defense mechanism for North American airspace. This partnership has evolved to address new threats, including terrorism and cyber warfare, with both countries investing in joint military exercises and intelligence sharing. However, the relationship has not been without its challenges, as differing defense priorities and budget constraints have occasionally strained cooperation. In recent years, tensions between Canada and the U.S. have escalated due to a series of political and economic developments. The imposition of tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel by the U.S. in 2018 marked a significant turning point, leading to retaliatory measures from Canada and a deterioration of trade relations. Political statements from both sides have further fueled discord, with Canadian leaders expressing concerns over U.S. foreign policy and its implications for North American security. The COVID-19 pandemic also highlighted vulnerabilities in supply chains and defense readiness, prompting calls for a reassessment of defense priorities. Additionally, the rise of China as a global power has added a new layer of complexity to the U.S.-Canada defense relationship, as both nations grapple with how to address this emerging threat. The potential cancellation of the F-35 deal has become a focal point in this context, symbolizing broader concerns about military readiness and strategic alignment. As both countries navigate these challenges, the future of their defense partnership remains uncertain, with significant implications for regional and global security. Mark Carney, the former governor of the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, has recently emerged as a significant voice in the discussion surrounding the F-35 deal. As Prime Minister, Carney has expressed concerns about the implications of the deal for Canada's defense strategy and budget priorities. In his statements, he emphasized the need for a comprehensive review of Canada's military procurement processes, arguing that the F-35, while technologically advanced, may not align with the immediate defense needs of the country. Carney has pointed out that Canada must prioritize investments that enhance its sovereignty and address contemporary security challenges, particularly in the context of rising global tensions. He has called for a more strategic approach to defense spending, advocating for a focus on capabilities that can effectively respond to threats from adversaries like China. Carney's perspective reflects a growing sentiment among Canadian leaders that the F-35 deal should be reevaluated in light of changing geopolitical dynamics and the need for a more agile and responsive military. Defense. Minister Bill Blair has also played a crucial role in the discourse surrounding the F-35 deal, providing insights into the Canadian government's stance on defense procurement. In his recent comments, Blair acknowledged the importance of maintaining a strong defense posture but emphasized the need for fiscal responsibility. He indicated that while the F-35 is a state-of-the-art aircraft, the government is committed to ensuring that any military investment aligns with Canada's strategic objectives and budgetary constraints. Blair has highlighted the necessity of engaging with military experts and stakeholders to assess the viability of the F-35 deal, suggesting that the government is open to exploring alternative options that may better serve Canada's defense needs. His statements imply a willingness to adapt Canada's defense strategy in response to evolving threats, signaling a potential shift in priorities. The implications of Blair's comments are significant, as they suggest that the Canadian government is not only reconsidering the F-35 deal, but is also committed to a broader reassessment of its defense capabilities in light of current global challenges. This approach may lead to a more tailored defense strategy that prioritizes both national security and fiscal prudence. Public sentiment in Canada regarding the F-35 deal has been mixed, with a significant portion of the population expressing skepticism about the investment. Recent polls indicate that nearly 60% of Canadians believe the government should reconsider its commitment to the F-35 program, citing concerns over cost, effectiveness, and the need for a more comprehensive defense strategy. Many Canadians feel that the funds allocated for the F-35 could be better spent on domestic priorities, such as healthcare and education. A notable quote from a public opinion survey reflects this sentiment. "We need to invest in our people first, not in expensive fighter jets that may not even meet our needs." This growing skepticism is fueled by a desire for transparency and accountability in defense spending, as citizens increasingly question whether the F-35 is the right choice for Canada's military future. The impact of the F-35 deal on military families has been profound, as many are directly affected by the uncertainty surrounding defense procurement. For instance, a military spouse shared her concerns about the potential cancellation of the deal, stating, "We rely on the government to provide our service members with the best equipment possible. If the F-35 deal falls through, it not only affects our loved ones' safety, but also our family's stability." Another military family recounted the emotional toll of waiting for clarity on the deal, expressing anxiety about the implications for their loved ones' deployments and readiness. These anecdotes highlight the personal stakes involved in defense decisions, illustrating how military families are deeply invested in the outcomes of such agreements. As public opinion continues to evolve, the voices of those directly impacted by these decisions will play a crucial role in shaping the future of Canada's defense policy. As Canada reevaluates its commitment to the F-35 program, several European alternatives have emerged as potential contenders for the country's next-generation fighter jet. Two prominent options are the Eurofighter Typhoon and the French Rafale. The Eurofighter Typhoon, developed by a consortium of European aerospace companies, is known for its agility, advanced avionics, and multirole capabilities, making it suitable for both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. Its operational flexibility and proven performance in various combat scenarios make it an attractive option for Canada. On the other hand, the French Rafale, produced by Dassault Aviation, is celebrated for its versatility and ability to operate from both land and aircraft carriers. The Rafale has been successfully deployed in various conflicts, showcasing its effectiveness in combat situations. Both aircraft offer advanced technology and capabilities that could enhance Canada's defense posture, particularly in the context of evolving threats. Switching to European jets like the Eurofighter Typhoon or Rafale comes with its own set of advantages and disadvantages. One of the primary advantages is the potential for stronger defense ties with European allies, fostering collaboration on joint military exercises and operations. Additionally, these aircraft may offer cost savings in terms of maintenance and operational expenses compared to the F-35, which has faced criticism for its high life cycle costs. Furthermore, European jets are often perceived as more adaptable to Canada's specific defense needs, allowing for customization that aligns with the country's strategic objectives. However, there are also notable disadvantages to consider. One significant concern is the potential for delays in procurement and integration, as transitioning to a new platform may require extensive training and infrastructure adjustments. Additionally, the Eurofighter Typhoon and Rafale may not possess the same level of stealth capabilities as the F-35, which could impact Canada's ability to operate in contested environments. Furthermore, the political implications of shifting away from the F-35 could strain relations with the United States, a key ally in North American defense. Ultimately, while European alternatives present viable options for Canada's future fighter jet program, careful consideration of the strategic, operational, and political factors will be essential in making an informed decision. The potential cancellation of the F-35 deal could have significant long-term consequences for Canada's defense strategy. First and foremost, it would necessitate a comprehensive reassessment of Canada's military capabilities and procurement processes. Without the F-35, which was intended to modernize the Royal Canadian Air Force and enhance its interoperability with U.S. forces, Canada may find itself at a disadvantage in terms of technological advancement and operational readiness. This could lead to gaps in defense capabilities, particularly in areas such as air superiority and multirole operations. Additionally, the cancellation could prompt Canada to invest in alternative platforms, which may require time and resources to develop and integrate. This shift could delay the modernization of Canada's military, impacting its ability to respond effectively to emerging threats, such as cyber warfare and geopolitical tensions in the Arctic. Furthermore, the decision could spark a broader debate about defense spending priorities, potentially leading to increased scrutiny of military budgets and a push for more transparent and accountable procurement processes. In the global context, the cancellation of the F-35 deal could have far-reaching implications for Canada's relationships with NATO and other allies. As a member of NATO, Canada has committed to maintaining a certain level of military capability to contribute to collective defense efforts. The F-35 was seen as a critical component of this commitment, enhancing Canada's ability to participate in joint operations and exercises with NATO allies. If Canada were to withdraw from the F-35 program, it could raise concerns among allies about Canada's commitment to collective security and its readiness to fulfill its obligations within the alliance. This could lead to strained relationships with key partners, particularly the United States, which has invested heavily in the F-35 program and views it as a cornerstone of modern military collaboration. Additionally, other NATO members may question Canada's strategic direction, potentially impacting future defense collaborations and joint initiatives. In a time of increasing global instability, maintaining strong alliances is crucial, and any perceived retreat from commitments could undermine Canada's standing within the international defense community. Ultimately, the decision regarding the F-35 deal will not only shape Canada's military future, but also influence its role and relationships on the global stage. In summary, the potential cancellation of the F-35 deal represents a pivotal moment for Canada's defense strategy and its relationships with global allies. We explored the historical context of Canada-U.S. defense relations, highlighting the evolution of military cooperation and the recent tensions that have prompted a reevaluation of defense priorities. Key figures like Prime Minister Mark Carney and Defense Minister Bill Blair have voiced their concerns about the F-35, emphasizing the need for a strategic approach to military procurement. We also examined European alternatives, such as the Eurofighter Typhoon and French Rafale, weighing their pros and cons. Ultimately, the implications of this decision extend beyond Canada's borders, potentially affecting its standing within NATO and its relationships with key allies, particularly the United States. As Canada navigates these complex issues, the future of its defense strategy remains uncertain, with significant consequences for national and global security. As we reflect on these developments, we invite you to consider: what do you think Canada should prioritize in its defense strategy? How might the cancellation of the F-35 deal reshape Canada's role in global security? What alternatives do you believe would best serve Canada's military needs? Your thoughts and insights are invaluable as we engage in this critical conversation. If you found this discussion informative, please subscribe to our channel for more updates on defense issues and international relations. We encourage you to share your comments and join the dialogue as we continue to explore these important topics together.